Hello everyone, my name is Suman Dua and I'm a registered migration agent at Nationwide Migration and Education. We make new videos every week in regards to Australian migration, and if you are interested in this topic, you may want to subscribe to our channel. Welcome to another Q&A session with me. We have received your questions through the comments on our YouTube channel, and I will be answering your questions in this video today. Okay, so the first one that I have is, it's from Sonia. She's asking, can you please explain what would be the difference in the benefits of 887 vs 190 permanent residency visa? I am on 489 visa and working as registered nurse, have completed the regional conditions. However, considering the wait time for 887 visa grant, I am wondering if 190 would be a better idea. Please provide me with your valuable suggestions. So Sonia, that's correct that 887 is taking very long. So we are yet to see if there will be an improvement with the visa processing time, especially for the 887 visa holders. If you think that the 887 is taking too long and you get an invitation for the 190 visa from a state, so probably the state you're living in, they may invite you for the 190 visa, you can go ahead and lodge the 190 visa application. You may want to check the processing time for 190 visa as well before you make this decision. So the next one I have is, any idea when will the federal government allocate seats quotas for 190 and 491 subclasses to the states? So at the moment, we do not have a specific date, but based on the recent communications with some of the states, it has been indicated that it will be very soon that all states will be allocated the nomination quota and they will be opening soon. So we are hoping that within the month of August, we will find out the quota and the dates that the states will be opening. The next one I have is, which list is better, MLTSSL or STSOL? So MLTSSL is the medium to long-term skilled occupation list, and STSOL is short-term skilled occupation list. So according to me, both lists are good. It's just that if you have an occupation on the MLTSSL list, then apart from 190 and 491 visa, you can also lodge the 189 visa, and you also have the option of lodging the 186 direct entry employer sponsored visa as well. But for 190 or 491 visa, your occupation could be on the short-term skilled occupation list. And with most of the applicants now going for 190 or 491 visa, so I think it really does not matter too much if your occupation is on the short-term skilled occupation list. So Natasha is asking, so does it mean that there is no possibility for subclass 190 with Tasmania for offshore applicants? So that's correct, Natasha. So at the moment, Tasmania is only open for a 491 visa for offshore applicants, and they have two streams. The first one is the invited pathway stream, and the other one is if you have a job offer letter from a Tasmanian employer. Ramandeep is asking, I'm living in South Australia with 2 years work experience as a motor mechanic. Can I apply for 190 visa if I've got a job offer letter from Tasmania? So first of all, Ramandeep, you may want to check what will be the requirements for your occupation in South Australia. At the moment, they are not open, but they will be opening soon. And you can first see if you already meet the 190 nomination requirements from South Australia. But for Tasmania, they do not have a job offer letter stream where you're not living in their state and you have a job offer letter. For Tasmania's 190, you will have to move there and work there for 6 months and apply under their 190 nomination under the skilled pathway. Your occupation is on their occupation list, and you may also want to meet some of their priority attributes, which I explained in my recent video about Tasmania. So I will put the link in the description for Tasmania's 190 requirements. Rajesh is asking, who decides which state I will be allocated to? So Rajesh, you will have to do your own research before you lodge your expression of interest. So if you lodge your expression of interest with all states, so your expression of interest will actually never get picked up. So you will have to lodge an expression of interest with the state you meet the requirements for. So you may want to consult a registered migration agent to see if you meet the requirements for any state and if your occupation is available for a 190 or a 491 visa. Biju is asking, do Tasmania consider closely related occupations? I'm a web developer having 85 points with a positive skills assessment, and I fall into the category of overseas applicant invitation only pathway. Web developer is not on the occupation list for overseas applicants, but multimedia specialist is on the list. Still, I can expect an invitation for 491. So Birju, because your occupation, both these occupations, web developer and multimedia specialist, they fall in the same ANSCO group. So what it means is that the first 4 digits are the same for both these occupations. What I do recommend is that you may want to get a skills assessment as a multimedia specialist, because you can still cross-use the experience as a web developer for this occupation. So once you have a skills assessment as a multimedia specialist, you may want to lodge your expression of interest with Tasmania under that occupation. Next one I have is, my wife is an offshore applicant. Her age is 40 years and her point score for 491 is 80 points. My age is 47 years and I am a graduate. And if I give PDE exam and get competent score, will my wife get additional 5 points from my side as in spouse, or she will not gain anything as I have crossed 45 years? So if your wife is a primary applicant and applying for a 4-9 visa, you can give her 5 points if you have competent English, because age does not matter if you are giving points for English only. However, if you were giving 10 points for skills assessment and competent English, for that you need to be under 45 years of age. But if you're only giving 5 points for competent English, you could be over 45 years of age. Next one I have is, my replacement 485 visa is granted. What should I do now? Should I still apply for Job Ready program? So I am assuming that you were supposed to do a Job Ready program on your first 485 and you could not do it due to the COVID restrictions. So your replacement visa 485 does come with full work rights again. So you may want to do your Job Ready program on the 485 replacement visa, so you're able to get a skills assessment and then look at the permanent residency options once you have a skills assessment in your trade occupation. Next one I have is, graduating in 2023, Bachelor's of Computer Science, majoring in Cybersecurity. How beneficial is it to do professional program? I am in Western Australia. So it doesn't matter which state you are in. So I highly recommend that you do your professional year program, especially if you're an IT graduate, because the only way to get a skills assessment in IT occupation is that either you do a professional year program or you have 1 year work experience in the IT field. So because you don't know if you will be able to find a job or not, I highly recommend that you do a professional year program. And if you are able to get a job as well in your field, you will get additional 5 points. So in 1 year time, you will have 5 points for the professional year program and 5 points for the work experience as well. Also, please note that a skills assessment is mandatory before you start looking at state options. So even Western Australia, even though they have a stream for their graduates, but a skills assessment is still required. So the last one I have here is from Naveen. I have 90 points living in Queensland, but not working in related sector. Is there any chance for invitation? So Naveen, if you're living in Queensland and you want to apply under their graduate stream, or you want to apply under their skilled worker stream, you do need a job in your related field. However, if you are the graduate, then you don't need a job offer letter or a work experience. But if you're applying under the skilled worker category, you need 6 months work experience and a 12 months job offer letter in your nominated occupation. The only stream where you don't need a job in your related field is if you're applying under the small business owner stream. In that case, you do not need a job in your related field, or your business also does not need to be related to your nominated occupation. So these are all the questions that I wanted to answer in this video today. If you have any questions that you want to ask me, please leave them in the comments below.
Stay updated about Australia's immigration. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel.